Hello, welcome to the Intervention channel. My name is Steve Bruno, or welcome back if you've been watching the videos. I hope they've been illuminating. When I saw on my list of subjects to cover the subject of denial as the subject of this video, I got a little worked up. This is an exciting subject. This is the reason, this subject is the reason that I started writing my book. More Than Hope. It's on Amazon and Kindle if you want to get a book. But my first intervention that I ever did, which in the book is in a chapter called Into the Lion's Den. And there's a whole chapter on this called The Confession, about what stemmed from this question that this mother asked me. I hadn't even come into the house yet. I just arrived. She walks over to me and says, well, how are you going to get David to admit he has a problem? I wasn't planning on it. I really wasn't. I didn't know that that's what you wanted to have happen, but I am not planning on doing that. That's kind of stupid or inane or misinformed or misaligned or whatever sort of idea. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. And then I realized as I did intervention after intervention after intervention after intervention that most families have this question. Well, how are you going to get so-and-so to admit he or she has a problem? He's in denial. What do you mean he's in denial? In what? And so theoretically, people believe, a lot of people believe, you may not be among them, but I'm going to cover as much of this subject as I can. Many people believe that denial is some sort of house of mirrors out of which the addict cannot see. That if he does not admit that he has a problem, then he does not know he has a problem. Or I should say, if he denies that he has a problem, then he does not know he has a problem. That's such bullshit. Addicts are acutely aware they have a problem. Why do you think they're addicts? Why do you think they're in such conflict? Maybe they didn't start out that way, but an addiction creates its own contradictions, its own sort of paradox, its own spiral. You use, you feel worse because you've been unethical, dishonest, maybe doing things that are illegal, so you feel worse, so you want to self-medicate, and then you've done something dishonest and illegal and unethical, and so you want to self-medicate and blah, blah, blah. It begins to go that way. And part of that is denying that you're doing it. And I just want to say that denial is not complicated. Denial is not complex psychology. Do people have complicated, justifications and minimizations and this kind of a thing for what they're doing? Sure. Are they trying very hard to believe it? Sure. But are addicts stupid? No. If an addict goes out to a bar and then goes and gets drugs and uses them and is in bad shape the next day and he tells you he was at the library, is he not aware that he was using and drinking and stuff? Of course, he's going to do it again tonight. And why, oh why, does he need to admit it to you? What in God's, where did that idea come from? Did you hear it from your therapist? Well, how many people has your therapist gotten into treatment? Did you hear it at an Al-Anon meeting? Well, that's like asking an angry crowd for directions. Did someone tell you that because they heard it and they're certain that the first step is to admit you've got a problem, and if you don't admit you've got a problem, then treatment won't work? Yeah, that's bullshit. I went in denial and treatment worked, finally, my 7th program. I get people into programs all the time who are denying that they have a problem. Oh, my mom's the one with the problem. They're the ones with the problem. They're making a much bigger deal out of this than it really is. I don't have a problem. You'll see. Fine. Give the program a try. They'll assess you. If you don't have a problem, they're not going to want you there. They're not into just having people without problems at their program. But give it a shot, see how you feel. And then what happens? Well, a couple weeks go by, the person comes in for a landing. They're not craving drugs anymore. They've gotten some good food, hopefully some vitamins. And they're feeling better. They're making some connections, playing cards with some people. And they look back, as I did, and they say, Jesus, man, I was a mess. Then a month goes by and they're doing well in therapy. They're beginning to face their life. Their level of responsibility is beginning to come up, and you get the call. Mom, Dad, bro, thank you. Thank you for getting me in here. I know I was an ass. I didn't mean to. I don't mean to be. I was just, I don't know what I was doing. It was just the drugs were making me crazy. I didn't want you guys to know. So, and you may still think, well, what is it that you were doing? What were you doing? Do you know you're an addict? Well, you may never get your own personally customized answer for that. Nor is it your place, okay? Don't play junior therapist with a family member. That'll never work well. And don't expect that the person is going to admit anything to you. They don't have to. The only thing they need to do is to arrive at the program. Realizations of what they're doing and admitting that one is powerless if they're going to a 12-step meeting, or coming to terms with what they've been doing. If it's not a 12-step program, I don't care what kind of program it is, any good program is going to shift a person from a condition of being a victim into a condition of greater responsibility, which may or may not include them admitting anything to you. So get over it. That's, and if people still have that agenda, you may want to take a look at that person and ask yourself, is this more about them than helping the person who's addicted? So just get them to arrive. Denial is nothing more than lying. That's all it is. It's lies. That's it. It's not complicated. If you want to read more about it, you can buy my book, More Than Hope. It's on Amazon and Kindle. The link is below. If you'd like to watch more videos, which I hope you do, click the next video in the next frame. If you'd like to subscribe, especially if you're a professional, click subscribe. This is for your clients, very helpful. Hopefully, you'll find it to be helpful. Click the subscribe button. You go to stevebruno.com if you'd like to contact me directly. My phone number is there. My contact form is there. You can text me, write to me, call me. You can put your questions in the comments so that everybody can see the answer. And all right, but thank you for watching the Intervention channel. I'm Steve Bruno.